I'm down in a hole. Oh, in a hole? Down in a hole? Yeah, Down in a Hole by Alice in Chains in my head right now. And the party singing is, they don't understand who they thought I was. I don't understand who they thought I was supposed to be. I think that's what he's saying to me right now. Honestly, when I do these beyond the grave things, okay, I swear. Sorry, I'm trying to fix something. What the heck is his name? Staley? The guy from that band? Fuck. I just had his name in my head. He comes through quite a bit. Like, I really think he's dead. You know how some of these celebrities, they're like, they can be dead, but like, I don't really think they are. That guy from Alice in Chains, I can't think of his damn first name, but that guy is definitely dead because, man, does he ever come through the readings. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so welcome to the channel. I'm Whitney Moon. I'm going to talk to some dead people today. That was what Spirit wanted to talk about. I was like, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to just do readings today? What do you want to do? And they were like, I really want to bring some messages from the dead through to the collective. So I'm going to do that today and see what all these dead people want to say. God, I buy this imported coffee from the Netherlands. It's Jacob's brand. Oh my God. You have no idea how good a cup of coffee can taste. I only buy imported coffee. It's fucked. I do not like our coffee here. It's not coffee. Okay. So we got the first message coming through. They don't understand. I don't understand who they thought I was supposed to be. This is the first message. I feel like it's from somebody's grandfather. The big cancer. Somebody who could have died of cancer. For one. And it was a long, slow death. We're getting that coming in. You know, okay, when you could be in a situation like, for instance, my brother went through this. He makes a really good living out there, but he works really weird shifts and he is forced to sleep when last week he was awake and at work. So he became a full-blown alcoholic. Like he didn't even understand how it happened because he would just get home and he would drink, you know, because his whole family's sleeping. Like, what are you supposed to do in the middle of the night when you get off work? Or what are you supposed to do at 7 when everybody goes to work and then, you know, the whole house is to yourself. So I went over to visit him one day and like I don't know why he decided to tell me this, but we went into the basement and he wanted to mix me a drink. And like, this was like, oh man, this was years ago, like 5 or 6, 7 years ago now, I would say, maybe even longer. I couldn't find anything to drink because I'm not a big drinker. So I think I just got like a Diet Coke or something. And I was like, are you going to make a drink? He's like, no. I'm like, really? I'm like, he always drinks. I'm like, what's up? Like, what's going on? And he's like, honestly, he's like, I just smoke weed now. And I'm like, good for you. Like, what happened? And then that's when he said, he goes, I got up to a 26er a night. He's like, just drinking, trying to fall asleep. And he's like, so this was kind of when weed was being introduced into where I live. So it was getting easier and easier and easier to attain, right? And people were also just starting to just grow it. Now you can grow it here legally. So a lot of people have like turned to weed, so then they don't drink themselves to sleep. Okay. And look we got 911 on the bottom of the deck. What's up, Blueberry? Okay. So 911 emergency. And then there's Dana Scully with facts, evidence. So I guess Spirit is bringing up that, like, you know, you could die pretty quick if you keep something going. If you keep drinking the way that you do, if you keep acting the way that you do, Spirit is like, you're going to die. And it's, you know, a lot of people think starvation happens so quickly, you know, like you see it in movies and stuff, and you're like, oh, if you don't eat or drink for 7 days, you die. That's so far from the truth. It's not even funny. Okay. Because whatever it is in your body, it takes you like months. It can take you months to starve to death. Okay. It can be slow and torturous and it hurts. Okay. Starvation hurts your stomach physically. You feel like there's this tumor in your stomach, you know, because you're not eating and your stomach doesn't know what to do. So then your body starts breaking down all the fat in you, right? So think of it that way with alcohol. You start doing something and it's going to start breaking down everything in order to get what it needs. Okay. And I do believe that we all have cancer in us. It's just whether or not it pops up. It's whether or not we introduce the one influence that's going to make it grow. Right? Like, I mean, women and breast cancer, they say breast cancer is attached to deodorant. Riddle me that. I don't really know. But because all this deodorant, if you think about it, you're putting all this deodorant on your skin. Okay. It's a stick. Where is it going? Okay. It's like lip chap, right? You lick it off your lips. It's going into your body. What the fuck are you licking off? Like it's petroleum jelly. Do you know what that is? It's gasoline. Okay. What up, everybody in the chat? Okay. It's gasoline. Okay. So you, just because you get used to doing something, it doesn't mean that it's right for your body. So somebody is definitely getting an alarm from a loved one here saying that it's just facts. It's facts. And you can keep saying, yeah, well, that takes years, that takes forever. The longer you do it, it's not going to take that much time. It really isn't, right? It really isn't. So somebody is getting a message beyond the grave that, I mean, it's almost like you might just die the same way that they did. Oh my God, I just see that I split the deck and look at that corpse. This is the dead person I'm talking to. Okay. You might visit their grave quite a bit. And then there's Gaslight, Are You Here? With this masculine energy underneath with Warlock and then the Perfect Storm. So I'm almost feeling like, honestly, and then there's the drink underneath. So I'm not quite sure. And there's the copycat. So I'm not quite sure if somebody is into the drink a little bit more than what they used to. And let me tell you, you know, like everything gets older. Like you can't tolerate things that you did as a kid that you can do as an adult. Okay. I'm really good. How are you? Okay. And this is just the truth that this is going to lead to an exit. And then look at that underneath. I just keep splitting the deck and there's another drink. That's a mimosa. Okay. That's another drink. Okay. Drink. And it's because something, you know, like you drink for a reason. That's the thing. People don't just drink for no reason. They drink because of something, right? And whatever it is, their shitty life, or they don't want to move, or they don't want to change. But somebody is definitely like, this is a huge thing. Like, I don't know if it's work. Spirit's almost like that, you know, it's not easy, but you can change what you do for a living. You don't have to do the things that you did your whole life. You can change. You can go to school. You can, you know, you don't have to be stuck in a life if that's not what you want. And look at, I just cut the deck again to the scales of life. Okay. And then a deadline. There is a deadline. You won't outlive everything forever. And then there's third-party interference. There's a third party getting into you and it will kill you. It's what it's designed to do. I try to tell my sister all the time. Actually, I don't. I haven't gotten an offer back huge about the whole smoking thing. Like I haven't smoked for years, cigarettes, but she still does. And, you know, I just always tell her, like, you know, your reason for smoking is her reason for smoking. She's, you know, she's depressed. She's living in a shitty life. And why care about her lungs if she feels the universe doesn't care about her life? And it's like, well, yeah, I live here right here with you. I know exactly what you're going through, but it doesn't make the smoking it's not going to not form cancer in your lungs because you're doing it because you have a shitty life, because you feel like you deserve it. It's still going to do the same damage to you regardless of the excuse you use. Something like that, you know? So that's the first message from somebody who is dead. Okay, but they're dead man walking, which means they are around you. They are around you. They can see what you're doing, and it's really, really, it's hurting them because, they died from it. They don't want you to die from it. They already died from it. You're supposed to learn from the dead people's mistakes, not continue to do them. So somebody's grandfather is turning in their grave because they don't want to see their grandson turn out the way that, they did, or they don't want to see their son turn out the way that they did. That was the whole point of them dying, right? If everyone was supposed to die, y'all would have fucking died all together. And a bomb, right? Or a shipwreck or a fucking plane crash or fuck, right? All right. Yeah, I want to know who's coming through next. I feel like it's somebody's mother now. Is it a mother? Yeah. Okay. So this next message is coming from, there's the Fool on the bottom of the deck. I do feel like it's a feminine energy. Okay. But I am getting that there was a judgment call made on them and the tower came down. Okay. That's how they died. And I mean, I almost feel like they could have died in their house. They could have fallen from somewhere, like fallen off a cliff or fallen off their balcony or fallen somewhere, or their house, something collapsed on them. There was a judgment for them to get switched over to the other side. So now they're on the other side. So now they have to fulfill their destiny of being, trapped in whatever dimension they're in. Okay. Universal oneness transcends. So this is somebody that's in a realm that needs to help you. Okay. And now we're getting confirmation. So that's just a straight up confirmation to let you know who this person is and why they're coming through. Okay. So what's the message? Okay, so right away I was like, I think someone's getting pregnant. Okay, that's like somebody, or is definitely starseed in some way. This could be your mother, but the message was to celebrate because you're finally protected. And whatever it is that you're about to embark on, I don't know if you're going to have a lot of sex. I don't know. Maybe that's the gift. Sexy time. I don't know. Because we have solo magic, okay, with sexuality. And solo magic, that would be somebody possibly doing sex magic. Okay. And it's finally, because we did get a message the other day about somebody's mother, the Munchin, I think it was yesterday, about somebody's mother treating them like a baby their whole life. And it's like locked in their like mental mind prison and they're always going to be a baby. I want my kid to be a baby for the rest of their life. This person in real life, okay, is obviously masturbating a lot. Okay. I feel like they're doing it on their own. Okay. They could be kind of like a Bridget Jones's kind of thing where it's like they're like sitting and having a drink and just having a free-for-all. Okay. The reason why they're doing that is because they're introducing their sexuality into the world as, I am not a child. I am a grown man, woman, whatever it is. Okay. Would a baby masturbate drinking a glass of wine? No. Both of those things are a no. Okay. They do not drink and they do not masturbate. Okay. So whoever's keeping, it's like now the message is coming through that this mother, okay, and maybe this mother isn't dead, but someone's telling on her. Okay. Someone's telling on her that there was a judgment made here. Okay. That you now have, like, you are now protected, that whatever this magic was that you did on your own, okay, it was like a fucking revolution. It started something in another dimension of introducing you to being like, okay, well, I'm a grown-ass adult and this is what adults do. I'm not here where kids are. Kids are not near sex. Kids should not be anywhere near sex. They should not have anything to do with sex until around their puberty stage, you know, when they actually start going like, ooh, boobies, you know, then that's where you kind of start to like have the talk. But kids should not be anywhere around sex. Okay. They should not know about it. They should not see it. They should not sense it. It shouldn't be something that is around a child, because children, they don't know what it is and they don't need to know what it is. Okay, they don't need to know what lingerie is. They don't need to know, you know, what fucking tweezers are to trim your upper lip hair. Okay, kids don't need to know that shit because they're nowhere near that phase. So don't tell them about it. They don't need to know. Okay, it's stuff adults do. And then they're like, ooh, well, I don't want to be an adult. I'm a kid. Exactly. Okay, so maybe that's like, this is a huge message of like somebody's sexuality is coming to peak, which is why I'm like, I don't know if they're going to have a lot of sex. It kind of seems like you might. There's the trash can in reverse. And this is awful, but somebody could have made some rumors about you, for one. Okay, and they're going in the trash. Rumors are that. Rumors! Okay, there are two sides to every story. Okay, so I don't know, man. Whatever this energy is, I think people talk shit about you. That's for sure. And you know, people who are talking shit about people, it's usually because they like them. Okay, there's signs. That's a sign. Someone's talking about you. Even if they're talking shit about you, they're making fun of you to see what people say in the crowd. Because if people don't really like you, then the thing is to make fun of you and then everybody will laugh, even though there are some people that don't really find it funny. Okay? Suppressed emotions. Somebody has suppressed their emotions. Okay, and maybe it's somebody around you. You know, maybe somebody around you's been like, when are you going to grow up? When are you going to grow up? And here's the old switch around. Right now. Okay, like right now. I don't remember when the whole switch around happened for me, where it's like suddenly like responsibility was like a cool thing. And probably when I started buying all the animals and stuff, and like really taking care of myself and being homeless and on the road, and like realizing that all these people that were around me to help me didn't help me. So then I had to figure out this whole other way on how to do it. Cause like, you don't know when the tower is going to hit. You may not know. And if you don't have a really good foundation, if you don't have a really good family, if you don't have backup money and a backup plan, when this tower hits, you could get fucked. Okay, but there's a reason why we go through everything. Okay, there's a reason why, because we come out of it different people. Okay, there's this song. What are we gonna? It's like somebody could find a lot of answers in music. Because I mean, when you really listen to music, it can really speak to you, and you can get a lot of answers through music, right? With like simple questions you ask the universe, and then you got the radio on, and then somebody answers a question for you in a song, and you're like, that sounds like the question that I asked. Like, is that the answer? Right? I was watching the video that I did yesterday live because I don't really remember like what happens. I was watching it and I said something that was like set in stone. I said like, this is set in stone, and all my lights in my room flickered. I was like, okay, that's a sign. Okay, that's a sign that, because like the universe heard what I just said on the tape. Therefore, I have to see the sign. You have to notice signs when you see them, because they're not going to be like, sometimes they're in big bold letters and they're just like booming right at you. Other times, signs are really hard to see. Okay, they're really hard to see. And like, I feel like there are people in your life that have kept you small for a reason, because you had to wait something out for a long time. So you might as well have had a good time while doing it. People don't really understand how to enjoy their life, right? Hey, Brian! What's going on, on, buddy. Fuck, you never talk during the lives. Cheers, man. Yeah, I know. You love that music shit. Okay. So you could be getting... The universe definitely wants to answer your questions. Because if you're asking the universe questions, okay, then it has enough respect for you to give you the answer. And that's where people go like, fuck, my own parents wouldn't give me the answer. Yeah, well, because your parents are probably cowards. They probably feel like you can't handle it. But really what they're saying is that they can't handle telling you the truth. Has nothing to do with your reaction, has nothing to do with how you take it. It's the fact that they can't handle telling you the truth. It's not about how you can comprehend it. People who put that onto you, right, how you're going to do things, well, I would tell them, but I don't know how they're going to react. To put that on you of something of abuse of power as to why they aren't doing something goes to show how weak people are, that they are willing to give their power to other people and not move and say it's your fault. Well, you just gave all the power to me. How is it my fault? I didn't ask you for it. I asked you for the truth. I asked for you to deliver to the truth. I did not ask you to put it all in mine and for me to scare you away. That's not, no. When people act like victims, when we're really just trying to talk to them, you're just trying to get information from them, like, calm down, okay? You should be able to answer a fucking question. If you can answer that question, then ask yourself why. Why can't you answer a simple question without freaking the fuck out, right? And I hate when fucking guys talk about women. I hate it. I hate it because automatically, any guy that starts speaking ill of a woman will automatically talk about her pussy. Every time. Every time. Says the man who's been sleeping with the woman this whole time suddenly just starts talking shit about her pussy. Like, give me a break. Give me a fucking break. Grow up. Talk about something else. Talk about their breath, their fucking BO. Talk about something original. Really, pussy? Come on. Fuck off. Like, I know people want to make themselves feel better, but like to say that, to talk about that shit, because the thing is that when that happens to a woman, God bless that woman, okay? When that happens, because majority is given to her by a man. Because men don't show a lot of symptoms. And then they act like they're the victim. Oh, you didn't get it from me, honey. Yeah, I probably did. Probably did. Not saying that guys are dirty and that's how they pass around shit, but because guys are mostly carriers, proof is in the pudding. Literally. That sounded so gross. Oh, God. Ugh. They were going to look at pudding the same way again. Ugh. Nasty. I swear, this is a reading about sex. And you know, like, honestly, like, just a step aside for a second, my stepmother, even like as I was a grown ass woman, like peaking in my mid-20s, I tried to talk to my stepmother about sex like multiple times. I even actually flashed her by accident, because I'm not an underwear kind of person. So I was wearing this like long dress, and I was flapping my dress in the wind because it was like super fucking hot, right? And I accidentally flashed her my bush, and she was like, cover yourself, Whitney. You're a single woman. And I was like, yeah. And you've known me since I was 4 years old. Why is seeing my bush disgusting? Like, explain that to me, please. Like, because you've got to have a serious fucking problem with pussy if you're a woman and you can't look at it. Come on. Especially when it's your stepdaughter. Give me a break. Give me a fucking break. Bitch only wants to talk about sex with my father. It's only talked about with a woman's husband. Actually, no. Sex is talked about on the radio. It's talked about in movies. Sex is everywhere. It's not just talked about between the woman and the husband. Oh, she would talk to me like I was such a fucking little bullshit child that didn't deserve to know any answers. Ugh, you can speak to me when you're an adult. And then I became an adult, and she was like, Your mouth is disgusting. I don't like the way you speak. Like, if I say something she doesn't like, she'll scoff and walk away. Like, what kind of... Oh, she's got massive childhood trauma, man. Massive. I've been trying to tell my fucking father for years, like, listen, there's something fucking wrong with her. She can't talk about pussy. She can't talk about sex. She can't be around my sister and I. She never talked to us about our periods. She never talked to us about being a woman. She called me disgusting all the time. And it was just like, oh, shave your legs, do this, do that. Like, you're supposed to be a woman. Be like, nah, bitch, I'm just a little girl, man. I'm just a little girl, just trying to be a little girl. Like, I don't really need to be a woman. Thanks. Be a woman when you're a woman, and a child when you're a child. Fucking idiots. You know, but oh yeah, it's massive trauma. Massive trauma. You know people who have been massively traumatized because they use sex in some way. Like, I've probably fucked at least 60 dudes in my life. But I have not had sex in the last, like, 10 years. I've had sex with one person in the last 10 years. And, like, that was when I was dating him for a month 3 years ago. Like, it lasted a month. Okay. And I've not had sex again for another, like, 3 years. I don't care about sex. It's not high on my priority because I can have sex anywhere I want. I can go to the fucking mall and find somebody to have sex with right now if I really wanted to. I could go to the bar and find somebody to have sex with. There are dudes everywhere. Okay. Like, I could probably have sex with you, Brian. Let's be honest. You already told me that you wanted to hang out with me. So, right. There is sex everywhere. Everywhere. So, like, I mean, if you can't talk about it, there's something seriously wrong. If you can't talk about it, you shouldn't be having it. That's another thing. If you can't talk about sex, you can't talk about pussy and dick and cum and fucking clitorises and assholes, and you can't talk about that, then you shouldn't be looking at it or seeing it or touching it or being a part of it, right? Because then it means you're not old enough. And she was really, like, very... just so like you were like, she thought she was the queen. She thinks she is, you know, the queen of something. If she could be the queen of England, she would, just to be a snob to everybody, just to be a snob, just to talk shit, just to, like, raise her nose at people. And it's like, bitch, I hope you lose all your money and end up in a shelter, because that nose that you've kept up for so long deserves to be dripping with snot because you're disgusting. See, I knew you would. That's the thing, Brian. There's sex everywhere. Anybody could have sex at any time. But when you actually mature and you grow up and you realize that, like, there can be so much more to sex than just control. Like, so much more to it than, like, what people think. So anyways, let's go to the next message, okay? Because I'm getting a little steamy over here, so it's not because I don't want to talk about it. Let me tell you, I can talk about sex all goddamn day. But I don't really care to talk about it because it's just personal. I swear, everything is linked to your fucking childhood. Everything. Everything. You can't hide from your childhood if you fucking tried. I'm telling you, you have to change so much of your shit to run from your past. It's fucking ridiculous. It's just embedded in you. It's just like fucking brainwashed into you. Okay, next message. I can always hear that, like a lady's talking, you know. Next message. Go you girl, I with you. Who is that? Norma? Norma Jean. I love that fucking name. I think if I get another pet, I might have to name it Norma Jean. Because, like, I don't know. I just love that name. Are you old or young? I swear, if you're young, we're taking Norma Jean into 2025. Okay? If you're young. If you're old, like if you're old, then I am going to make sure that name comes into 2025. Because, like, Norma Jean has to be taken until this whole place fucking... Oh, good! You're, like, mid-age! Nice! Good, you had cool parents then. You had fucking cool parents to name you that name. Fucking love that name. You go, girl. I fucking love your name. This might be for you. This might be a message for you. Isn't that a band too? Isn't there a fucking punk band named Norma Jean? I think there's a punk band too. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. 7 of Wands, Queen of Wands, 7 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, 6 of Wands, Justice. Okay, Justice in reverse with the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, I'm going to say that this is going to go, this wheel is going to go in between this. Okay, so this next message from Beyond, it's a little bit tricky because it kind of seems like, I feel like somebody has been really against you. Like this Queen of Candles, Queen of Wands. Like, just like, I don't know. I don't understand what the issue is. 7, 7. 7 of Wands, 7 of Cups. She's in between both of them. And she's like, I don't know if I need to defend myself or if I'm going to get confused about what I can take or what I can do. Am I going to be defensive or am I going to steal? Am I going to take something? And then the wheel comes in and it's somebody's defends themselves like one last time because there's been no justice and they can't get something because this queen keeps taking it. And it has something to do with emotions. The Lovers. This is what I'm fucking talking about. She's getting this somehow. There's the Chariot. She's somehow getting, okay, maybe she's taking from a lover. Maybe this is somebody saying that your wife, happy life, okay, people, is stealing from you. Yeah. And like, if you don't notice soon, you're going to go broke. 5 of Pentacles. If you don't notice that the so-called teammate is stealing from you, you might go broke. You might be a redneck. That's what I just heard in my head. If your wife takes all your money, you might be a redneck. This isn't supposed to be funny, but that's kind of funny. Do you remember that guy? Was that a comedian? Oh my God. I haven't heard that in so long. Oh, I'm crying a little bit because that was like pretty funny hearing it in my head. I'm not going to lie. If you lose all your money to your wife, you might be a redneck. The Emperor. You're friggin' this guy. This isn't a joke, but it's kind of funny. So take it as it resonates and like put a cap on this bitch's spending now. Take the credit cards away, discontinue shit. If you don't want to really talk to them about it, just discontinue the cards and be like, I don't know what happened. There's more coming in the mail though. And like no more come in the mail. Like you might have to, because this person is really used to just either becoming massively defensive or, you know, maybe their massive defensiveness makes you give them something. Okay, well, what do you want? Do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want this? And then they're like, fine, I'll take this. And it's like that. So that's got to end. Somebody's got to end that, because like, if you don't stop that, then the world is saying that this teammate is ready to take everything that you have. And for some reason, you know, I don't know, you just got the shit end of the marriage here. Shit end of the stick with this person. This high priestess. Oh, you know the happy wife, happy life thing is redonkulous. It doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. My stepmother used to say it to my father all the time. You know, honey, happy wife, happy life. And my dad would go, I know, and go fucking buy her something. Like, it's so disgusting. Like, when you look back on it, you can be like, that is so controlling, so narcissistic. Like, you fucking knew exactly what you were doing. You didn't fucking care. It was never about emotion. You were never upset. You were never going through what you said. You fucking manipulated. You manipulated. That's what people know how to do, man. That's what Queen of Wands do. They sit on their ass and they think about ways to take things. And it's very unfortunate because Queens of Wands don't have to be that way. They really don't. They've got the fire for a reason so they can fucking use it themselves. And they don't have to go and use some man for their money or go and use some man to go and give them something. She's fucking smart enough to know that she can do that shit on her own. This emperor won't stop staring at her. Because he doesn't see what he's losing. He doesn't see what this is costing him until it's going to be too late. Queen of Cups in reverse, son of a bitch. I kind of told her so, but I didn't really say it, but I wanted to say it. But like, this is what I mean. I don't really think they got any love for you. I think that whole pot of love is just about them. Okay, and it's really sad and it really sucks to say, but it doesn't mean that it's not true. And to be honest, I think if you, if you really want to test it out, try this. Pour your heart out. Pour your heart out to them. And see what they say. See how emotional they can really be. Because they're coming up as the Queen of Cups in reverse, and now what just showed up is the Queen of Needles. So this person is not only the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups in reverse, but she's also coming up as the Queen of Swords. So apparently she's a straight shooter. She'll tell the truth. And that's kind of how you know where it's like, if they don't put any emotion towards it, okay, if they're just like, well, it's like this, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, okay, well, you're a heartless bitch. Okay, that might lead back to the first reading of the alcoholic. And it's right here. When you don't hear the right answer, it's, about really what this person is doing. It's like, you got to be willing to hear the truth, because I think it's going to it's the king of, okay, so there you go, King of Needles in reverse with the Tower. If this king lies to himself about what this queen is doing, okay, then is that what causes the Tower to come down? Yeah, because then you're going to lose everything. You're going to keep losing these opportunities that she's taking, and then there goes the money. And there's the fucking Queen of Pentacles. She has shown up as every single queen in the deck. I don't know how much she just spent on Christmas, but it was probably a fuck ton of money. I don't even want to look anymore. That's somebody's message out there. Be very careful with somebody. If you don't want to look at the truth, Spirit is like, you should look at this truth and your bank account really fucking quick, because if you keep letting this happen, there isn't going to be a bank account left. Okay? You cannot write swear words on there. Who wrote something? Okay, I will allow it, Brian. Can we see it now? Woo! Yeah, you can't swear, Brian. It's going to automatically block. It's YouTube community guidelines. Okay, Brian, come on. Bullshit, you know, we have to write as BS. Think of YouTube as a child. Would you say bullshit in front of a child? No, but you would say BS. Aha, there you go. Think smart. Okay, so as I'm like thinking about this next message, this song just came into my head. And it's a song by, the band is called Kingfisher, one word. And I believe the song is called When You Gonna Leave, but I'm not sure if that's what it is. But the chorus is, the song is about, I think, about a woman in a relationship, and she starts dating Kingfisher, and all he ever does is ask, when are you going to leave? And she won't leave the relationship, but she keeps saying that she's going to, but she doesn't. But then I think she does. And then he feels bad about it because he's like, I'm sorry, I asked you all the time when you were going to leave because I thought you were full of shit and you were never going to do it. But I think she actually does it. So, I don't know. This is next message, okay? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. When you gonna leave? Oh, when you gonna leave? Yeah, see? Page of Cups right away. Fucking this guy just crying away right away. I forget what his name is. I haven't watched Stranger Things for a while. Just crying away because that's all he does in the fucking show is cries. He's very emotional. Okay, 3 of Cups, 4 of Cups. Okay, so I don't know. Spirit is saying, okay, there could be somebody out there that you want to be friends with or hang out with, and it's like not happening. And soon it's gonna happen. Like look at how happy he looks. That's Yuri. Look at how happy he looks. He's in fun land, okay? He's like having the time of his life. He goes from crying to being in the best park of his life, okay? Okay, High Priestess in reverse, 10 of Wands, Knight of Wands in reverse, and then the Empress. I promise there'll be times you say that I'm still figuring it out. Yeah, it's like, okay, so someone's still, like, they're trying to figure out something in their head. Okay, and it's not easy to just like leave a marriage or to just leave a relationship or to just leave a job. It's not easy. People think it's easy and it's not. It's the hardest thing to do. It's like, it's not even ripping off a Band-Aid. It's bigger than that. It's transforming your whole life. And that's not something that people just take lightly. It's not something they tread lightly. It's something that you either decide to do or you don't. Okay, and if you decide to do it, it's a fucking, I would imagine, a living hell. Okay, but people get through it. They get to new lives and new waters and everything's fine. Okay, but it's getting there. That's hard. Okay, so somebody you might not know, okay, that somebody wants to be around you. Okay, and they can't be around you, and it's makes them really sad because they're in this other relationship. Okay, and they want to be friends with you because I don't know if you I don't know if you're really happy. I don't know if this person is crying looking at you on how happy you are. And the thing that is holding you back is the 3 of Cups in reverse. I put it upright just so I can see it, but it's the 3 of Cups in reverse, which means like, you know, if anything, I think that they would just want you in their life as a friend. Okay, if that's all they could do, but that's not reality. You know, like if this is a man with a woman, he cannot just be friends with another woman. it doesn't work that way. The wife would not allow that. Okay. You can't just have women friends. It's just weird. Okay. Unless you grew up together. But even that, like that's weird. It's just not really something that you do. Okay. So 3 of Strands. I feel like somebody has to spontaneously decide to communicate. Okay. But they can't get to you, but they can talk to you. So I don't know if somebody is on their way to talking to you, like metaphorically speaking, but I feel like you're waiting. Okay. You set the line up for communication. Okay. I'm getting like MSN chat. Oh my God. Do you remember that? MSN chat? So creepy. But it's like you've set the chat up. Okay. And now it's whether or not it's their judgment. I feel like if you guys were playing chess, it's their move. Okay. It's their move. And Spirit is saying like they're having a hard time figuring it out. Okay. But it doesn't mean that they're not doing something. Okay. Like, I definitely don't think this person's like sitting on their ass. Okay. Even though you might be sitting there waiting for them, they can't get to you right now. Okay. They could be working. They could be working on ending something. Literally. I think that's why they're so emotional. I mean, honestly, I had this one friend, and he was like my best friend. We dated, and then we became friends afterwards, and he's married now. And he was like my friend. Like, he became a friend. And when you cross that boundary with somebody, because lovers is lovers, whatever. People get love very wrong. When you're friends with somebody and then you become lovers, or if you were lovers and then you become friends, that is like you've reached like a plateau that most people can never get to. Okay. Because for one, not a lot of people cannot date you and still see you and be happy for you. And not a lot of people really want what's best for you. They really just want you for themselves. Okay. So when you actually find somebody that loves you or really, is actually interested in who you are, it's really hard to not be with them. Okay. For whatever reason. Yo, Pam. Did you get the notification? Yeah. You've missed about 47 minutes. You missed quite a bit, but we're still going. We're doing messages from the dead. So who knows? Your message hasn't come up yet, baby. Okay. So it's like now we got the Queen of Cups in reverse with the Emperor. So see what I mean? Like there's something that I don't know what this person is going through. I don't know if who they're currently involved with doesn't even love them. They could be they could be at a point in their relationship where the woman is even out, like kind of even maybe trying to get laid. Like somebody is looking for attention. Okay. Someone is looking for attention. And maybe that's why this Emperor is so upset, because he's with somebody that really just wants the attention. Whereas, you were maybe the real deal and they can't get to you. But you still make them super happy, or you're still super happy. Something about you being super happy. Nine of Strands, Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles in reverse, the World. Oh my God, look how cute that is. I mean, it's 11 with a man, but I mean, if it's a couple, that'd be pretty cute. And then the King of Strands, and then the King of Dice in reverse. I'm still getting that song. I promise there'll be times you say that I'm still figuring it out. It's like you have to wait for this. Someone's like, I don't know, man. Be careful about your wife, or be careful. Man, I remember I was working for my sister's husband at the time, and I know my sister pretty fucking well. And this was like 10 years ago. I think now, yeah, I think 10 years ago. I was working for her husband, and we were growing weed in Toronto. And so it was like a big job, okay? And we did a lot of work together. And I remember hanging out because I didn't live with my sister at the time. So I would go and see her every now and then because I was working for him. So I would go and see her sometimes. And I noticed that my sister was different. And this one time, and I didn't know why. I just knew that something was off with her and her husband, definitely. And Dan was really hard to read, but I can read my sister. And we went to work one day, and I told him straight up, I was like, listen, I don't know what's going on with you, and I don't know what's going on with her, but if you don't do something and you don't do it soon, she's going to leave you. And I don't even know why I said it. I was just starting to do tarot cards. I think I was just kind of starting to open up. And I didn't really realize that I could read people as well as I did until I started reading them. And then once I started reading them, you should see people's faces sometimes with the shit I say. And I'm like, I'm really sorry, but I don't know what else to say because that's what I'm being told to say to you. And it seems really fucked. And I know you know why I'm saying it, right? So I kind of have a feeling that this emperor might be clueless. They have no idea. They're just a dad. They're trying to be a dad, and that's really what they're concerned about. They're not really concerned about the happiness of their wife or what's going on with their wife. Because when you think about it, if you're married with somebody, I would assume, you should be happy. Just for yourself every day, right? If you're not happy in the relationship, cool, I hope you say something, but you should just be genuinely happy in your life, I would assume. I don't know. I'm happy in my shitty life, so I don't really know other people, but because the King of Pentacles is in reverse, and so is the Queen of Pentacles. So it's the King of Pentacles doesn't give a shit about money, okay? It's not about money with him. It's about something else. It's about emotions. It's about feelings. It's about something else, okay? She, from the looks of it, is trying to grab the attention of somebody. And that's where that can get dangerous. And I also watched it on this show too, this random show where this woman had been married to this man, all their lives. They were together in high school. They had a couple kids, and now their kids were off, and one was going to college and one was, full-time high school student or whatever. And the mom went off and just had an affair with this bartender just because she could. She just all of a sudden was like, I need more to life. I need to be loved. I need to be spanked. I need to have this young guy between my legs. It happens. It happens. I wouldn't know what a 20-year marriage looks like. So I'm not going to try to even say that I know anything about that. But I do know that when men don't see it and they kind of give up, a woman starts looking. And it's kind of the same with guys, if you stop sleeping with your husband, he will find somebody else to sleep with, right? Sometimes it doesn't even happen. Sometimes men are so good and they'll never sleep with anybody and they'll never have sex again. Other people, their woman stops sleeping with them and they start to wander around. Truth hurts. Exactly, Norma. Truth hurts. People aren't perfect. And sex is a big thing. Sex keeps people together. There's temperance. They could be a Sagittarius, but sex, I could tell you this one relationship that I had. If we stopped having sex, say for a week or 2 weeks, and if I prolonged it, because I thought he was, just didn't want to touch him or my period or some shit like that. If I prolonged it, it actually started to separate us. And sometimes we would even break up. And then he'd go sleeping with somebody else, and I would lose my fucking mind at home, and then we would make up a couple weeks later. And then we would have sex again, and then that would reconnect us. If you stop having sex in a relationship, it's dangerous because that's the way that you connect. Sex is supposed to be different, when you actually love somebody, right? So if this person doesn't really love you, then they're not really gonna care if you stop sleeping with them. And there was this one chick that my sister hung out with, and not too long ago, and she wanted to sleep with everybody, and she just wanted a husband at home. At work, paying the bills, not paying attention to her. She wanted to have affair after affair, and then she would say that. She'd be like, she separated from her first husband, and then my sister said her wish was to get married again and just have affair after affair after affair. And when she told me that, I was like, when my sister told me that, I was like, you cannot hang out with this little girl anymore. Like, this person is dangerous. Like, I don't know what they think love is or life is, or, you know, how much they feel like people got to learn. That shit is dangerous. You are playing with fucking gasoline. You want to douse it all over your life? Just wait for a fucking Flint to come and find you and throw some shit on that. I will fucking blow your world up, bitch. Especially if you had fucked my husband. Oh my God, she wanted to sleep with my sister's husband so bad. And the thing was, is I actually think she wanted to sleep with my sister. I don't even think she wanted to sleep with her husband. I think she wanted my sister. And I think a lot of people in this town are closeted lesbians, and they have all of these husbands, but they all fuck each other. And the girls are the grossest, to be honest. The men, they don't care, you know, like they're up all night, they're fucking doing blow, they're fucking staying with their homies while their fucking chicks are just mowing each other's fucking bushes until fucking 6 a.m., you know, mixed up on their vodka teenies, and then they're fucking crashing, and their husbands are coming home God knows when, after they fuck God knows who. Like, this is the little tiny crappy town that I live in. This shit, people just want their shit aired all over everywhere. Like, no one's got respect for anybody. Nobody fucking cares about anybody. Like, it's gross. Like, yeah, line me up with one of those ex-husbands any day. Like, no. So I don't know. That's a message for somebody. Put a tracker on your wife. That's what I just heard. Oh no. Spirits getting feisty. You can put a tracker on anybody. You can put a tracker on their phone. You can put a tracker on their purse. You can put a tracker on their car. There are geeks out there that can duplicate your fucking bitch's phone. And even every text message that they get goes to your phone first. Whoops. Did I do that? Oh, did I catch you cheating for the 300th time? My bad. See you fucking later. You know, it's not a thing anymore. It used to be when bitches cheated or people cheated, like, it just, like, prenups out the building. Fucking anything that they said before, fuck contract, done. Like, fucking, that is awful. Awful to cheat in a marriage. Like, it's one thing if you're separated, that is legal. Once you are separated, that is legal. And this cops say 6 months, and then you can sign the dotted line, you can be fully divorced. But the second you decide, then it's fine. But you can't just be slipping dudes underneath the cracks and bitches under the sheets. You can't be doing that shit in marriages. What's the point? What's the point? Oh, you want somebody to take care of you? Aw. Then have an open marriage, you fucking retards. Fucking cheating on people. It's so juvenile. It sucks. Bitches suck. I hate women. I don't really like people in general. So, not just bitches. People just let me down. Oof. Did I ever play dirty? I don't like people who play dirty. I mean, like, I'm clean. I'm a clean person. I don't fucking play dirty. It's not what I do. Okay, let's do, like, one last message, and then I'm going to cut it. I'm working on this little clay sculpture right now. Tell me what you think about it. It's an octopus, and he's on this shell thing. It's pretty cool, eh? I'm working on it. It's my little teeny tiny hand creations that I do. It's hard to get him all situated. He already looks haunted. But I'm using the clay that I got left over. It's awful clay. Oh my God, I need way better clay. But thank you, Norma. I'm really working. I don't know his name yet. I haven't decided what this little bastard's name is yet, but I'm pretty stoked about him. He's super cute, eh? So I'm going to work on that today. He's going to sit and stare at me now. He's kind of creepy. I'm not going to lie. I'm really into octopus right now. Remember that guy that I said I was super friends with that I lost? And he even blocked me on Facebook. I don't know why. He has this beautiful octopus tattooed on his arm. Holy fuck. I remember just staring at it all the time, being like, no color in it at all black and white. Just beautiful octopus like wrapped around his arm. It was so cool. I love black tattoos. Just black and gray, nice shading. Woo. Keep it simple. Stupid. I don't like, as you can see, I don't really like, look at how like non-3D this is. I mean, my tattoos are so simple. I paid like $80 to get this done not that long ago. And my tattoo artist just fucking fell off the face of the earth. I've messaged him like 4 times and I'm like, can you tattoo me? Can you tattoo me? He's not messaging me back. I'm like, why are you being emo? Fucking answer me. You've been tattooing your whole life. There's no way he's not tattooing. I don't know why he's not messaging me back. It's driving me crazy. Well, it's not, but I wish for my tattoo artist to come back again. He did this one. He did this one. He did this one. He did this one. He did my very first tattoo. He did this one in my arm right here. I want him to cover that up. He did so many of my tattoos. Son of a bitch won't write me back. I'm like, what is wrong with you? But I mean, I don't yell at him or anything, but I'm just like, why do people do that? I mean, not that everybody has to, you know, I'm just saying. I'm venting. Let me venti, okay? Okay. I got to figure out this next message here. Ugh. Woo! I am sorry. Swallowed a lot of air today. I hope everybody's Sunday's doing good. I love Sundays. It's a great energy. Okay, we do the crows. Whoa. Crows are squawking today. Why are these in reverse? Okay, so we are getting a warning. Oh, that's good. You're not on fire? I guess you don't live in the Hollywood Hills then, eh? Oh, that's just like, oh, I don't even want to know. That's so sad. Holy crap. So many bad people live there, though, so I don't really think it's a coincidence. Okay, so we have a warning here to protect your territory because somebody is lashing out at you, okay? And it's an illusion. It's an illusion. You have grown. You're a completely different person, and they're the ones that have to leave. Okay, do you remember that message that, probably not, but there was this message that I did the other day where I said somebody, they sabotaged a job. Okay, so it was almost like you were going in to have an interview and they fucking saw you coming up to the building and they knew that you were going for an interview. And the second you were done, interview went great, everything was awesome, and then poof, they walked into the interview and they said, do not hire that person. Do not. They are this, they're never going to work here, blah, blah, blah. They totally fucked everything over, okay? And you didn't get the job because the reason why you didn't get the job, this is how fucking shallow they were, okay? You didn't get the job because they didn't want to have to move one day. You're in Winnipeg? Woo! That has got to be chilly, okay? They did not want to move. They didn't want to have to change, okay? You had that job. You had it in the bank. It was yours, and they didn't like it, okay? So it was an illusion, you know, like, I don't know why this person felt like they couldn't work with you. I don't know why this person felt like they couldn't be under the same roof as you. The way that I saw it was something from your childhood, had nothing to do with this time now, had nothing to do with you being an adult. You were a completely different person. And they're talking about something to do with childhood? Like when the childhood card came out, I was like, this has got to be a joke. Like, you haven't been a child for 30 years. What could this person possibly have against you? Right? But people hold grudges and they lash out when displacement is inside of them. And displacement happens when people have all these problems in their life and a life that they don't like and they don't want, and they lash out on everybody else because of it. Because they don't realize, that it's the job that's ruining their life. They don't realize it's the people in their life that are ruining everything. They're displacing their anger and their frustration out onto you, where you are this beautiful energy in the middle that has grown. You've got people around you. You've got sunny skies, just like you said, Pam, and they want to come and they want to cast their shadow on you. Why? What the fuck did you do? You didn't do anything. It's a fucking illusion. It's illusion. They're looking in the fucking mirror and they're looking at you, casting some shit, okay? When Spirit's like, well, they should be looking in the mirror, okay? Because when people constantly just keep blaming an outside source for their problems, okay, it's this person's problem, it's this person, it's this, when really it's the person's problem. They're the ones that are doing everything, right? Eventually, kind of Spirit takes over and goes like, okay, like, we got to let you know right now that there is somebody that is just way too comfortable and taking their shit out on you all the time when they need to fix their own life. This is a part where you got to look at the man in the mirror. You have to stop looking at everybody else saying that they're doing you wrong when everybody else is just trying to live, bitch. No one's trying to fucking personally attack you. No one's trying to personally do anything to you. You're in this growing phase, so they have to leave. It's like they're starting this huge fucking tornado around you. But what the funny thing is that you're in the eye of the storm, which means you don't got to move. Because in the eye, nothing's happening. You're in the core. You're in the middle. You're fine. You're good. You're like, okay, well, it's all just going to happen around me because this person can't physically touch you anymore because it doesn't have anything to do with you. So why do you need to be added into it? You don't need to be added into it. There's nothing, you didn't do anything, right? This is fucking their shit. So just protect your home, protect your aura. And we kind of got like a protection yesterday where it's like, just keep your space clean and clear. Don't add anybody in, try to keep some people out and just keep your territory protected. I couldn't find any other word than protected. I feel like I said that word too many times, but it's because it's the word that I need to use. You have to keep your shit protected. Okay? And that's how Spirit will help you. Someone's about to attack you, but it's just, honestly, if you get a nasty email or if you have some bad dreams, somebody doesn't know where to take their anger out on, so they're just going to do it to you. But Spirit is like, they're going to run out of things to say soon. So don't take anything personally, with this person. It has nothing to do with you. Don't let it get under your skin. Don't let it affect you. Okay. And your day to day, like my sister said, she was just like, I just want to get through work. I just want to get through it. And I'm like, let's please try to enjoy it, because that's exactly what they want. They want you to just get through things and to stop living. And they win if you stop living. Okay. When you just start going day to day in a haze, then Spirit that is around you that's trying to hurt you has won, because now you are not in your life at all. Okay, so big warning to the collective that there might be somebody that is about to send you a message, and it's kind of like they're attacking you. So Spirit's just giving you a warning. I feel like, at this point in time, you don't even got to answer the phone. If they call you, if they email you, you don't even have to read it. For one, you can just delete it. That's my motto. Don't read it. Just delete it. Okay. And if you do want to read it, then just know that whatever it is they're saying, they're too cowardly to do it to your face. Okay. So they're going to do it behind some fucking, computer screen or whatever. And don't listen. Fuck it. Don't listen to them. You don't got to listen to nobody. You don't even have to listen to me. You can if you want, but you don't really have to. Oh, man, I got this new weed. Woo! It is strong. I asked for something pretty strong. I didn't really think I was going to get it. I just picked it up yesterday. I'm like, whoa. Like, I can't feel my legs right now. So, on that note, thanks for hanging out with me, Brian, Norma, and Pam. Honestly, Pam, you know what I said to myself last night? I'm pretty sure I freaking said this to you already. I'm like, okay, if you don't want me calling you Pamela, you know I'm dyslexic, so I'm going to read the screen. Why don't you go into your YouTube account and change your name to just Pam? And then I will call you Pam. You realize I called you Pam today? I realize it's because I read your name. I'm dyslexic, so I read what I see. So just change your name. It doesn't have to say the full name. You can just put up a short form. Or I might call you your full name for the rest of my life, okay? I'm just saying. But today I did pretty good, though. I caught myself. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks. Hey, look at that. 4-leaf clover. You better run better. This song keeps coming into my head. I think somebody telepathically sent it to me. Okay, let's just get one more message. Ooh, there's the moon. What do we not see? The sun and the moon, 'cause all I want to do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. Okay, so the sun and the moon, brainstorm, synchronicities, assumptions. We got the Indrid Cold, Mothman prophecies with witchcraft. Ooh, okay. So somebody might be igniting their inner witch. Or inner witch or warlock. I was going to say witchlock. I guess it could be a witchlock. Why does it have to be war? Why does there have to be war involved? Right? You know what? I'm just going to call a male witch a witchlock. That sounds amazing, to be honest. I think I just made up a fucking word. See what weed does? It makes up words, people. Okay? This is how a brilliant weed is. I bet you everybody just sat around smoking a bunch of weed, writing the Bible, making shit up. Okay? It just sounded better while everybody was smoking weed. I swear, weed saved my life. Okay. So somebody might be opening up their third eye. They've been trying to figure out how to do it. And the thing is the way to open up your third eye is to start seeing synchronicities. It's to start listening to what you're hearing and matching it with what you see. Because if you hear spirit will start to talk to you. They will start to point out things for you to see. If you take note of it and you go, oh, fuck, look at that. You don't even have to say shit out loud because spirit's in here. It's all in your head, okay? It doesn't even need to be said out loud. Especially if you're with people, don't say this shit out loud because they'll think you're fucking crazy. Okay. So they start to point things out, okay, where maybe you gave the universe a bunch of things and you're like, okay, I want to see this, and this. Well, if you test the universe like that, then you got to make sure you're playing along as well. So if you say, I want to see all this, then you best be starting to look around. Okay. Because whatever you're hearing, I believe you're getting messages, okay, and you're assuming right away it's the truth. And that's what's synchronicity, because you're getting these prophecies and you have to assume they're telling you the truth. That's the thing. If you have calmed yourself down and you know when you're listening to spirit, when you can hear yourself, right? Then that's the whole point of it, is you have to assume they are telling you the truth, because most truth is the most fucked up thing you'll ever hear. Truth is not out there to sound good. It's out there to sound like the truth. It's going to sound like anything that your heart imagines or feels on the situation. Okay. So you just have to imagine that spirit's being 100% bullshit proof with you, because they are. It's not going to be things that you think it is. It's always going to be something bigger and something more significant than this little tiny thing. Okay. So you start getting messages, okay, there's the web. You start getting messages, assuming it's the truth, okay, which opens up your mind, okay, to start seeing through the illusion of seeing synchronicities as, oh, well, that's a fluke. Oh, that's a fluke. Oh, jinx. Oh, that's a, phenomena. That'll never happen again. No, that's just synchronicities. Synchronicities happen all fucking day if you're connected, okay, through music, through the radio, through things people say, through movies. My God, okay. My sister and I, all of a sudden, she started singing this song out loud yesterday. It was The Counting Crows. I was at the exact same part in my head. I was at that exact same part. She comes out of her room and she goes, no fucking way. And I'm like, yeah, that was really weird. Like our telepathy has been like, pretty big our whole lives, but to come out of her room singing a song and I was at that exact part in my own head, I was like, okay, we have taken telepathy to a whole new level because her and I, we don't bullshit each other. We don't lie to each other. Our telepathy is straight truth. Okay. It's always straight. There's no interference. There's no filter. There's nothing because we don't lie to each other. So there doesn't have to be a filter. There doesn't have to be a bullshit cord. There doesn't have to be a button. And if she is bullshitting me, and I know she's bullshitting me, and I fucking tell her that I know she's bullshitting me, she'll come out and be like, yeah, okay. It was a little bit more like this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because we know each other. We know when someone's lying. You know when someone's lying around you, and you know when someone's telling the truth, okay? So if someone's lying around you, and you suddenly go, okay, I can't see, look at that, there's the mist. I can't see fully if this person's lying or not. So I'm going to start assuming that they're telling me the truth and see the synchronicities line up if they are or not. Because if they're not telling the truth, then the prophecy that I saw, because I'm believing in magic now, will sync up with either their lie or their truth. Okay. And there's the emotional as fuck with the eyeglasses and the fly on the wall. So Spirit is like, okay, so in order to continue to do this and to wake up and, watch the universe talk to you, Spirit is like, they are a little bit worried about your eyes. Okay, they're a little bit worried about your eyes. I don't know, and my eyes are getting a little bit fucked up. Okay, so just keep that in mind. As I do like these little clay sculptures and shit, I have to really be careful with my eyes. Okay, because my eyes, especially at night, I have eyeglasses, and I know this is kind of bad, but I have eyeglasses from 20 fucking years ago, and I only wear them at night because the lights blur. Okay, and it's really hard to see, especially when it's raining and it's wet out with the dark and the lights. My eyes are just fucked. So I had to get glasses, and they still work 20 years later. They're for far distance, okay, and it helps with all the glare. It takes all the glare off the roads because the glare is what was going to cause me to crash. Okay. And even when my sister drives at night or there's a storm or something, I'll pull the glasses out and give them to her. And she drives better with them on too, because everybody's got a weird, long distance is set as a prescription. It's just whether or not it's stronger or weaker because your eyes are both different, but every prescription's the same. It's just whether or not it matches your eyes. So she can wear those glasses and see the road better as well. So I don't know, maybe Spirit is like, okay, you might not be seeing something very clearly and you want to see it better, and the fly on the wall is like, you need to get glasses. So FYI. And they're like, don't let it affect you. It's just so then there's the prophecy. It's just so then you can see better. Okay, literally, it's so then you can see better. Okay, no one's gonna think you're an old fuck. Okay, there's the RIP. Rest in peace, old eyes. Okay, rest in peace, old eyes. Okay, you've got to be smart, okay, about driving. Look at that. I cut the deck again to the 4-leaf clover. Look at that. Okay, we actually, I think, matched up a pretty good one here, because it's just like, man, your eyes, sometimes people don't realize how bad their eyesight's getting. Because they want to stay young. Yeah, well, tell your eyes that, because the more you stress them and strain them and stare at your phone, okay, and do little games and puzzles and shit, the more you stress your eyes out, then the worse they are. And then everything just starts to blur, right? Good job, Norma. Get those new ones. Honestly, get new fucking glasses. I feel like I should redo my prescription, but it's okay because it still works. So I'm like, it doesn't seem like my eyes have gotten worse. So, but yeah, check your shit, you know? I remember the first time I got glasses for seeing really far away, because that means that I'm nearsighted, right? So seeing really far away. I put these glasses on, and then finally I could see like leaves and individual bricks on buildings, and I was like, whoa, it's like having x-ray vision. Like, what the, like my eyes are all fucked up now. I came to get high, so high. Okay, I think I'm gonna watch a movie and chill the fuck out. I've had a heck of a week. So yeah, I hope these messages helped. Messages from the dead. I love messages from the dead because people are just around you creeping like a motherfucker, trying to get you to notice what they're telling you, and you're like, hum diddly doo dah, let's just go turn on the TV. It's like, no, man, grandma's trying to talk to you, bitch. Sit down, have a cup of tea, man. Yeah. Oh, man. I always have to turn on the night vision on my phone. Like, I have the most sensitive eyes in the world. Like, I can't go outside even, oh, God. Even on a rainy day, my eyes are green, like light green. And like, oh my God, I have the most sensitive eyes in the world. So I always have to wear sunglasses outside. Doesn't matter if it's raining, if it's sunny. I can't fucking physically see. It just automatically puts so much pressure on my eyes when I go outside. Always have to wear sunglasses. Protect your eyes, people. Okay, protect your eyes. Especially if you have very dangerous careers out there. Protect your shit. And yeah, that's it. I'm so tired now. I'm high. This weed. Holy fuck. It's very strong weed. Peace. Thanks for being here, everybody. See you later.